Social factors yet exist to see most people's needs quotient or give them the number of days after Zelensky said that Putin will die soon and or a limousine from Putin's official car fleet blew up and caught fire on a street just north of Moscow's FSB Secret Service headquarters in Lubyanka on March 29th. The Sun reported that a fire started in the engine of the $275,000 Senate and spread to the interior of the vehicle. Workers from nearby restaurants and bars poured into the shredding street to try to help before fire services arrived. A viral video shows stunned onlookers watching on as black smoke billowed out of the front of the destroyed vehicle as the fire continued to rage. Footage taken from another angle appeared to show that the rear of the vehicle was also damaged. Reports did not reveal who was using the car believed to be owned by Putin's Presidential Property Management Department. When the shocking incident occurred and no report has been made about what may have caused the sudden blaze, but those inside the car were not injured. Putin, 72, routinely uses the Russian-made cars and has gifted the limousines, for example, to North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. The incident came after Russia reportedly attacked Ukraine with 170 drones on the night of March 28th. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky condemned the attack and vowed a strong response. Russia reportedly attacked Ukraine with more than 170 drones on the night of March 28th. He claimed that over half of the drones were Iranian-made, targeting Ukrainian towns and cities, killing 4 people and injuring 19, and did a probe. The attack also led to the killing of 2 people and injuring 25 in Kharkiv. Residents of the area said that the attack was quite loud and felt like a missile. The attack happened not only tonight. There was an attack the day before yesterday. It is a terrorizing of civilian population. It is mass terrorizing. These are the most massive attacks on our city in 3 years of full-scale invasion. We hope for a ceasefire. We are normally a peaceful people, and we hope for this. But everybody all around the world need to understand. And when Russians open mouth, every time Russians lie, every time lie, 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 and lie. It was quite loud. It felt like a missile. But I don't really know. It is not the first attack I witnessed. It is the first one this year. But last year, I witnessed attacks on several apartment blocks nearby. These were not infrastructure or military facilities. They were residential apartment blocks. A video posted by President Volodymyr Zelensky on March 29th showed flames and smoke billowing into the sky with Dnipro streets strewn with glass and rubble. In the post, Zelensky accused Vladimir Putin of mocking global peace efforts and committing acts of terror despite U.S. attempts to broker a ceasefire. Diplomacy can work, but only when backed by actions that strengthen our warriors and deprive the occupiers of resources. Zelensky reiterated, "We expect a response, a serious response. We are working to ensure reaction. Strong reaction is needed, especially from America, Europe, and all those in the world who rely on diplomacy. Russia must be forced into peace. Only pressure will work." Today, I spoke with Commander-in-Chief Alexander Koski about the situation on the front lines and in the areas where our forces are operating inside Russian territory, that we are maintaining active measures that prevent the occupiers from advancing into the Suma and Kharkiv regions. I thank all our units for their resilience. From Kursk to the southern direction, over the past night, there were a total of 172 attack drones, more than 100 of them being shot. Such massive drone strikes are now happening almost daily, along with missile and ballistic threats. Our partners must understand that these Russian strikes target not only our people, but also all international efforts. Diplomatic efforts aimed at ending this war. Russia is striking against the positions of everyone who seeks to end the war. It is impossible to ignore hundreds of showerheads every night. Meanwhile, on March 29th, Ukrainian forces responded to Russian efforts to expel them from one part of Russian territory by launching a large number of attacks on another border area using drones, artillery, and troops. More than 20 villages in Russia's Belgorod region, which are located a 150-kilometer stretch of land along the Ukrainian border, have come under attack, according to the region's governor, Vyacheslav Molotov. The Ukrainian military has not officially acknowledged the operation. The assault by Ukrainian forces appears to be in response to their recent losses in the Russian region, of course, adjacent to Belgorod, where they seized more than 1,000 square kilometers last August. In recent weeks, a fresh Russian offensive backed by North Korean troops has pushed them back to the border. Both Russia and Ukraine are looking for gains across the 1,000-kilometer front line as the weather improves and as the Trump administration presses for a ceasefire. The United States on March 25th had made separate agreements with Ukraine and Russia to ensure safe navigation in the Black Sea and to implement a ban on strikes against energy facilities in the two countries. With Washington agreeing to push to lift some sanctions against Moscow in its latest step towards endorsing Russia's positions earlier to Russia, and the United States had agreed to develop measures to halt strikes on Russian and Ukrainian energy facilities for a period of 30 days that began on March 18th. While the energy and infrastructure ceasefire has not strictly been adhered to following the agreement on March 25th, attacks have shifted towards other civilian infrastructure. Meanwhile, further negotiations for a total ceasefire are being arbitrated upon.